Hi, this is David speaking. So what do you do if you're in a conversation with an acquaintance or someone at work or someone in school, and the topic you're on suddenly starts to die out and you don't know what to talk about next and there's awkward silence? I have a friend who has this super smart technique. It's super simple and he uses it all the time to avoid awkward silence and to always have something to say. I call this technique, how is blank? How is blank? And I use it so many times and it's saved my life, made conversations so much easier. So here's the thing. Blank is whatever the person you're talking with has said during the last week. So for example, last week I talked to someone who I know before had bought a car. So I asked, how's the car? And another day I talked to a friend and know that she'd been away on a trip. So I asked, how's the trip? You see? So you can ask anything. You can ask, how's the house? How's the car? If they told you a story about their crazy girlfriend, boyfriend, you asked, how's the crazy boyfriend or girlfriend? You always ask, how's the blank? So there's actually something even deeper going on here. When we humans evolved, we learned to trust people who listen to us and who cared about us. People who listen to us and care about us has always been super important, especially a few thousand years ago. That was the difference between life and death. So when you ask, how is blank, you show people that you listen to what they said before and that you care about them. And then something just happens in people's brains where they go, I like this person, I trust this person. Sometimes when you ask these questions, people will just reply by saying yes or no. And then you want to ask a follow-up question. Yeah, you said you didn't really like the paint of the car, or maybe I heard it was really cold in New Jersey. How was that for you when you were there? You ask a follow-up question like that. If they still don't want to talk about it, maybe that's a subject they don't want to go into, but in most cases, ask how is blank and then a follow-up question. So let's do an exercise right now. Think back to a conversation you had with an acquaintance, and when the conversation died out, think about something you could have said, how's blank? It could be anything that that person said to you a week before. Think back to things you talked about. And when you do, you will notice that it becomes easier and easier to come up with things to say. Oh, how's your new lawnmower going? How did the electric car work out? How was your trip to New Jersey? How's that new guy at work? Is he fine? And when you do, you will notice a huge difference and you will no longer have to live through this pain of awkward silence anymore. Alright, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one.